The Crunchyroll fiasco. It keeps going on. The fact that they decided to increase price is absolutely baffling to me. It is crazy how Crunchyroll keeps getting full of itself to increase these prices, and almost pretty much everyone does not like this move from Crunchyroll. It is crazy how tone deaf they are to increase their own prices without the consideration of the fan base or without the consumers who are paying for this. Well, they have removed so much stuff. They haven't even added. There are features that people have been asking for that they still haven't added. Like, it's just very crazy to me how they don't really seem to listen to community feedback. Like the fact that like we still don't have comments even after all this time. It is crazy, but like a comment form, all these different things. It is so crazy to me because Crunchyroll used to be an absolute juggernaut. It used to be actually respectful of your time, and the fact that we have situations like this, and I guess I can't be surprised that the subscription is the way it is, considering that not even a month ago they ended their ad free subscription service, and I guess I can't be too surprised because they probably had this plan, they probably had this idea planned, and you gotta love the way they framed it, where they make it seem like this is what we wanted. Like we wanted to pay more. Like I really hate that headline where the only reason we're increasing prices to help you guys, so you guys could be more happy. Nobody's happy. It is crazy to me the level of hypocrisy where this is obviously just about more money and more greed. But in exchange we don't really get anything out of it. And because the thing is, like, they don't even mention any added bonuses, added benefits. They're just doing it just because. It's just crazy. If you at least like they can't even pretend to give an actual reason. They can't even. They just said no. Here it is. Like fuck you. New price change. Just because we felt like it. It is crazy that the fact that they're doing this during a time where Crunchyroll has so much backlash after the whole comment situation, after the whole everything. There's so much they have had against them, and they have not done anything towards all of the complaints that people have said. It is crazy to me where you have something like this, where the whole VA situation for Mob Psycho. They got recast, and the voice actors just wanted to have a seat at the table, just be respectful. They were being respectful, just asking Crunchyroll for a simple conversation. That was all. But even they can't even do the bare minimum. They like the fact that they couldn't even do the bare minimum. The fact that they are not even willing to even bother with that. It is crazy to me. The fact that like it is insane where but to make a Crunchyroll they just didn't even bother to at least hear the poor guy out. They didn't even bother. At this point in time, like they were anti-union, seemingly. The fact that they wouldn't even go out of their way to help their fellow voice actors, to help their employers, it is so crazy. 'Cause I feel like you could trace the when Crunchyroll started going down in 2022, and ever since 2022, Crunchyroll has not recovered. It really has not recovered. You really hate to see it when it comes to affecting the voice actors that got a whole lot of just nothing burger, actual dismissive tactics to now to being dismissive to the consumers as well. It is so frustrating where even you see stuff like this where at one point in time Crunchyroll even was had a plan to add AI, which that would have been absolutely disastrous. 'Cause again, you know how AI, you know how Amazon and Netflix, they're both planning on doing AI. The backlash was enough for them, but they said they're gonna do it again. And I would not be surprised if Crunchyroll decide to eventually, because they want to do it. You absolutely know Crunchyroll is going to be willing to do that. Like it is so crazy to me. Like the fact that the CEO did say we're not considering AI in the creative process for now. For now, like I do believe that eventually, if it is going to be a part of Crunchyroll in the not so distant future, which is a very scary thing. And the thing I find hypocritical about this is the fact that they said they're really focused on testing their subtitles and closed captioning and optimizing and improving. When that is one of the most biggest complaints that Crunchyroll subscribers have. They do not like the regression. Oh my, the decline of subtitles. They do not like the how it's so lazy, it's so copy and paste. It is crazy how you have an anime like this where it's just very plain basic font. Like literally anyone could do a font like this. Where a year prior you have something like this where it actually it looks like some actual detail into the font. It actually looks more professionalized, and it's just so crazy to me how they don't even take the time to even do the subtitles. It's frustrating because not only do they not take the time to do their subtitles to the point where everyone could have been complaining. It's not only that; it's the fact that their Crunchyroll originals have been awful. Like they haven't even been doing Crunchyroll original in a while lately, and I can understand why. But you have an anime like X Arm, and that is one of your first Crunchyroll original, there's a massive problem. You clearly do not care about supporting the studio. Like the fact that this was one of your like the fact that this was one of your Crunchyroll original, and you were seemingly fine with pushing this out, or something like the beginning after the end. The fact that they were also helping with the anime, and the fact that people, because could tell how bad it looked compared to the manga. Like beginning at the end, it's not the worst thing in the world, but compared to the source material, this is just mediocre at best. Like it doesn't really feel like Crunchyroll actually does it for the love of the game. They don't do it for the love of the sport. They just mostly just try to cheapen out as much as possible, which is such a damn shame because I know Crunchyroll could do so much more since they have the backing of Sony. And Sony obviously is worth billions. It is so frustrating when you see how they not only cheapen out on everything, but they have the audacity to disable comments. I do think that is absolutely terrible. It is crazy that they don't bother to do any of that at all. And the fact that the fact that it's just so frustrating. They don't even listen to community feedback. Like the fact that they remove comments just because they want to plug their ears and not listen to anything at all. It is wild to me how this company just is so mismanaged. They are so misguided. It is so unreasonable how much they are draining your wallet. They are draining your wallet while cheaping out on the process. Less money, I mean, less costs, less expenditures, more money. It's really what this is. Like, and it's just so frustrating because like even something like this as well. Like this is the epitome of what I just said. The fact that they have products that if they're not deemed to be a successful endeavor, they just automatically just throw it away. They just do not care, and they don't even tell the publisher. They just have their own interests in mind, and they just don't even bother, like being helping the consumer out, actually being a back and forth, a two-way street between us and Crunchyroll. They don't bother to take our feedback into consideration because this one right here, this was the least thing that people would have wanted. Like the fact that they have put more effort into their subscription prices than anything else is absolutely crazy. The fact that you this is the thing that people wanted the least, and you immediately put it. The fact that you have been against the audience for so long, you have been against the audience for so long, you have made so many wrong steps for us is for your own self interest, and I think that is unacceptable, like absolutely unacceptable. But it's like one of those things where the Crunchyroll knows they're not going to lose that audience because they don't have and there's not a whole lot of platforms to choose from, and I think they should rightfully deserve backlash. Like absolutely, like this backlash with this and then this I think that absolutely they need to be like actually they actually need to start listen. We need to make them listen. We have to force them to listen because this is just not acceptable anymore. The fact that they just seem so brazen and confident to the point where they're going to consistently just keep pushing that barrier and just see how much they can get away with before eventually it's going to be too much for all of us, and we're just going to have to back out. And I really hope that day is not soon. But you know, Crunchyroll, they're going to keep pushing the boundary of what they could get away with. Keep pushing with how many evil, scummy tactics they could put in there, like the AI dub, and like the AI dub, the disabling of comments, listening, not listening to feedback. They have so many evil tactics at their disposal, and I think for that they absolutely deserve to be ridiculed because this is just absurd, absolutely absurd. This is beyond shameless. Like you see here, like everybody is absolutely depressed. Like and it's true. Funimation and Crunchyroll, that was absolutely one of the worst things that could happen in the anime industry. Like that merger was downright terrible. Because Funimation's gone. There's no other competition, and because like at the very least, if Funimation was still here, Crunchyroll would not be this brazen. Absolutely not. They would not be this brazen to do the things they have been doing the past couple of years. They would be forced to listen to us consumers. Otherwise, people would just go to Funimation. But now that they're the only major anime only platform besides maybe High Dive, I guess. It's like Crunchyroll feel like they have all the power in their court, and we have nothing else to do besides pirate anime. Which again, I don't advocate it for, but I do think at this point you might as well, right? Like you might as well, given all the shenanigans that Crunchyroll been doing. I think like at this point, I don't even blame you if you want to pirate because when you have shit like this, it's just not acceptable. But regardless, hopefully Crunchyroll will at least start to listen in the not so distant future, or at least gauge the response from this price change. But hopefully we'll see that in the future, and I'll see you guys in the comments below.